everybody. Steve Harvill with Creative Ventures, and welcome to the latest edition in our story video series, Did You Know? This story starts on a beautiful, crystal clear day in October in 1947, and a 24-year-old test pilot was standing on the tarmac looking at his ride. It was a B-29 bomber, and strapped to its belly was a rocket ship, the Bell X-1. Now, Chuck Yeager, the night before, had been horseback riding with his wife. He'd fallen off his horse. He'd tore up his shoulder. And the only way he could even get the latch closed on the X1 was to use a broom handle. And as the B-29 was climbing above the Mojave Desert in California, Chuck Yeager was reaching the point where he would pull a latch, push a button, and launch the X-1 rocket ship into the wild blue yonder. And doing this, Chuck Yeager broke the sound barrier. He traveled faster than 768 miles an hour and landed safely. The barrier was gone. Now, a few years earlier than that, Willa Brown was breaking her own barriers. She became the first black woman to get a commercial airlines pilot license. The first black woman to open a flight school where she trained over 200 pilots, many of them World War II aces, some of them Tuskegee Airmen. She became the first black woman to be an officer in the Civil Air Patrol. And she wasn't done breaking barriers because she also became the first black woman to run for Congress. Now, in the distant American past, Thomas Jefferson was interested in barriers. And the big barrier for the Americas at that time was the Mississippi River. He wanted to know what parts of our beautiful country lie west of that barrier. So he hired Meriwether Lewis, who then convinced William Clark to join him, on what became an arduous 2-year journey in which they traveled over 8,000 miles. They became the first American citizens to see the Great Plains and experience a winter on them. The first civilian Americans to see the Rocky Mountains and figure out a way to get over them. And the first American citizens to arrive on foot to see the deep blue Pacific Ocean. You see, firsts have a thing in common. They all are about breaking barriers. In May of 1954, British runner Roger Bannister did something everyone thought was physically impossible. He ran a sub-4-minute mile. It was incredible. It was global news. It was everywhere. And his record lasted all of 46 days. You see, when someone breaks a barrier, they break the way we think about things. And the way we think about things governs how we perform physically. Guys were running a lot faster when they discovered the barrier wasn't something physical. They changed the way they believed and how they could perform. You see, there's something in our DNA that looks at barriers and instinctively wants to push them farther and farther and farther forward. When we work with a client on a new system, what we're actually doing is going in and breaking barriers. The systems and process that had held them in place, we add something different and new. You see, when you do that, those kinds of barriers are fraught with obstacles. New is tricky. Think about changing your golf grip or learning a bar chord on a guitar, or when any system or process gets put to the wayside and something new takes its place. We see things bigger and grander. Try ordering a new dish at a restaurant or driving a different way to work. It makes you see things differently. You see things bigger. It's a new way to work, a new way to see, a new way to think, because all change is about breaking a barrier. You see, like all firsts, a new way condemns the old way to the past. And that's what we're about. We're about the experimentation of new ideas, about how we can apply them in a successful manner so that everything we did in the old way is now in the past, and everything we do in the new way opens a highway to change. It's okay. It's okay to make mistakes in all of these things. They happen all the time. But here's the deal. If you're going to embark on something new, you are embarking on breaking a barrier. And it's okay. It's in our DNA. Thank you, guys. Look forward to seeing you next time with a new story on Did You Know?